What's up, guys? Justin, the Green Ranger here, back with the update video on the Santa Clara August 26th regionals. Oh my god, the stories. To anybody who was there, you guys, other than one person we're going to get into talking about, you guys were amazing. Thank you guys for being sportsmen. Thank you for being respectful. I do, I guess I'm apologizing, not apologizing to everybody I play against because of how many dice we deal with. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! They invented the cards. I didn't invent them. I just like to play this deck. Anybody who had been there and sees this video, comment down below and let me know if you heard about the incident we'll be getting into here in a minute. But first, before that, we're going to talk about the deck. If you haven't seen the deck profile, I'm going to leave it in a link in the comments down below. I'm not going to show the whole deck profile. I'm just going to talk about the deck. This is like the 6th or 7th time I've ran 6 Samurais at a regionals. Some of my tech that I was running this regionals helped me out, and some of the stuff I normally use killed me. So many decks out right now rely on searching to bring cards to their hands. Just normal summoning this, I slowed the game down for 3 turns almost. My turn, their turn, back to me. 3 turns, I was able to just stall out turns. And it was just a single card. Fossil Dyna does a similar thing, but I can't stop them from bringing their cards to hand. And being a 19 beater, this actually did pretty well, keeping itself alive. And then when something too big got on field, I would just tribute it, destroy it, and then my opponent would just end phase. Very, very useful and obnoxious card I added, but it helped me win some matches. Didn't win all the duels. I'll get to the score here in a second. A card that I almost halfway through the duels decided I was gonna throw away at the end of this regionals, because this lost me 3 rounds, so separate matches, but 3 rounds because I drew this instead of a 6 Sam card, and it's the only one in my deck. I could have drawn Thunder King Ryo or Fossil Dyna, but no, I drew this, and it's completely useless without a 6 Sam card. Another thing that got me was I drew Pot of Avarice into Pot of Avarice. Don't you guys love that? Off some Master Duel type RNG, I used 5 of the cards of the 8 in my graveyard to bring this back to draw 2, just to get this and not have enough ammo to do it again. So I almost think I want to run it at 1. The only reason why it's at 2 is because it's more consistent. I would rather draw into a Pot of Avarice maybe more than the other, but I don't know if you guys get what that means. I'd rather draw into this with a 5-card hand than into something else that's not a pot card, because it is the 40-card variant. I am looking for speed, and the more I can recycle my extra deck monsters back into my extra deck is the more combo I can do. I don't think anything else in my actual deck was really standout-ish. Shogun Shogun slowed down the play, but I faced, sorry for that, guys. I faced Kashtira, Branded, Rika, Kashtira again. I faced the Agents, Branded in the 7th round, and then I had a bye in my 8th. So, and then the ninth round, I kind of just gave it to whoever was there. I didn't think we were leaving, but everybody in my group decided to drop, and I forgot to drop. We just kind of left. So, to whoever got that free buy from me, you're welcome. I don't care. We're there to have fun. I'm not going to go to nationals. I have things to do. I have a job and a life. But yeah, Shogun never had a chance to really shine. He slowed the game state down just a little bit, but not enough to the point where I needed to keep him on field. We're gonna go to the side deck real quick. Evenly matches. I never had a point where I needed to side into these, so I'll probably just take these out because this is the going first variant. I was using it a lot in my going second variant, and that was like a 50 card version of the 6Ms because I was afraid of getting my deck milled out, which I did get my deck milled out, but it didn't really harm me because of the speed of my combo. Evenlies really did nothing. But shout out to my boy David for letting me use them. The fucking homie. Okay, Regeki and Feather Duster. I never faced a deck that was setting too many cards. Like, every time they were setting cards on my turn, but it was only a single card or two cards. Like, nothing too big. Never even had to go into them. Same thing with these three. This is also just because I was waiting for them to start using heavy back row removal and using heavy hand traps to stop me. Most people sided like anywhere from 6 to 9 cards against me. I had a guy side the whole 15. If you see this, kudos to you, guy that sided the whole 15. Like, GG's, you got me. But I will not take those out. Those are my essential for them trying to get rid of my gateway. I want to benefit from them having heavy removal. Nothing too crazy on my side extra deck. I'm just going to go through them real quick so you guys can see them. I never had to use them. I did side into Gaga Cowboy just to get the infinite... or not the infinite, the FTK off and burn in the second round. But my combo was so big already, he didn't even care. So it wasn't even needed. Trishula. Trishula's probably going to come out of the side deck only because I feel like all the cards nowadays are benefiting from banishing. So there's no point in me banishing your whole hand when you get 4 or 5 effects benefiting you for your next turn, and I gotta just keep banishing like it's ridiculous. I feel like Trishula can probably come out for the next one. All of the other cards in my extra deck, let's go through those real quick. Sheehan was fine. He was able to stay on field, and he was good in short combos. I was able to get Saryuja off multiple times, multiple hand draws from Saryuja. I did not get Omega Psi Frame off, but I had enough to do all of it. Dagger Emerald came out a few times. Appaloosa was one of my winning cards. It would be Appaloosa, Battle Shogun, and the last MVPs I'm going to show here in a second. Okay. Yes, Gians. Come on. Focus. There you go. Galleon Granite. Galleon Granite comes out every duel because it's a part of the combo pieces. Oh my god. Focus. There we go. Comes out because it brings Fossil Dine in the hand. Right before Saryuja comes out, it's an extra name. Didn't get Zeus out. By the time I had enough to make Zeus, it was either game winning or it was a stall in the game. So, like, I was most likely not going to get it just because it will probably stay in the main. It is very useful. Barkion came out once. He wasn't really needed. I just brought him out just because I could. He didn't see anything. I didn't face Labyrinth or other trap heavy decks like some dark decks or trap tricks or, oh, sorry guys. Like, I didn't see any of that. Anybody who's made it this far in the video, please put a F in the chat, in the comments down below. I completely underutilized Underworld Goddess because I was exhausted. I had work at 7 o'clock in the morning the day before. We didn't eat. And to anybody who was there, this was probably one of the worst planned regionals that I've been to in a long time. Like, it was chaotic. We'll get into that right after we get through these cards. But yeah, I was delusional. I completely forgot. I negate the whole field when she summoned. There was a few rounds that I lost because I had no out to the Kashtira once they started sniping the cards from my extra deck. Well, I had this in my extra deck, and I didn't think I had enough to do anything afterwards because of all the cards he had on his field. After I got done with the regionals, I re-looked at the card and I realized that it negates everything and I'm a scrub. Please put an F in the comments if you made it this far. I'm an idiot. I deserve it. Definitely will remember that it negates field as a skill drain. I could have won more matches for sure if I would have just remembered that she's a skill drain, because that would have just solved the problem. I would have taken their big monster, negated the field, continued full combo, which was pretty easy. I was getting full combo off almost every single opponent I was facing. And then we got the MVPs of the whole night. Like, Scareclaw came out and won me like 5 rounds, like back to back to back each time it was coming out. Like, Nutria Beast stopped everything that they were trying to play. Fossil Dyna made them slow down so much that I had enough time to build my board, even if they were stopping me with Ash Blossom and Imperms and Foolish Droplet, right? Oh my god, I'm so terrible right now, guys. I'm pretty sure anybody that was there, or anybody watching this video, Pokemon Go Fest was the same day. So not only was I dueling and trying to keep my mind sane on what we were doing, but I was also trying to catch Pokemon while I was sitting there waiting for the matches. This is my winning combination: Scareclaw, Beast, and Fossil Dyna. Once these were on the field, my opponent couldn't summon, my opponent couldn't attack over, and it was pretty much GG's. I just beat down his one card at a time with my 3000 beater, and there's nothing that they were able to really break this with. And then round 2, they would all come out with their multiple hand traps or multiple sets of hand traps. Like, I got side decked so many times. I think there was only one guy that didn't side deck against me, but definitely MVPs of the night: Beast, Fossil Dyna, and Scareclaw. I had a feeling Scareclaw was going to be challenging for some of the decks to get over. Okay, so now we're going to get into some things that happened at the regionals, right? I guess while we're doing this, I'll just do a combo. Like, I don't really know what we're going to get. So we get there. We're on time. We show up in line. The line's pretty long. My brother had not written his full deck list yet. He wasn't sure if he was going to even have the cards in his possession before the duels. If you write the deck list down with cards you don't have, you'll automatically get deck check and lose a round, or possibly get freaking kicked from the tourney for not having a legal deck. So we're in line, we're waiting. He can't write his whole list while standing there in line. So he sits down. I do a couple recordings, And we're now like halfway past the point where we started. He finishes his deck list, comes into line. The judge pulls him out of line, tells him he's cutting in line. We have his backpack, we have his binder, and we're like, he came with us. Like, he was physically there with us. So I don't understand how you're saying he's cutting in line when he had to sit down to write the list. Well, he got pushed to the back of the list, and when he was back there, a judge had gone towards the tail end of the line and cut off about 50 people. And those 50 people behind the judge got an automatic round loss. Now, I've been to a lot of regionals. I've been to a YCS, and like, I've never heard of an automatic round loss for being the last people in line. Like, Konami, you guys were trying to get more people to come into the event. You were actually trying to have them show up and raise your guys' numbers to show that, you know, you have a good audience of players. Like, you have a great attendance. Like there was, I think it was like 600 of us or something like that. If somebody has the number, comment down below. If not, I'll look for it and I'll comment it down below. I also worked this morning, and I worked all yesterday. That's why this video is a little late. Sorry about that. But you guys, this event is, they want more people to be there. And then they penalize the people that were in the building, but just at the end of the line. Like, it's upsetting because then after that, my brother goes undefeated almost to the very end of the night, where he starts facing people that he shouldn't have faced because he had that round loss already in his record because of being late to the event. It makes no sense. So we're upset about that. You know, it's already like tainted the mood for the night. And as we're trying to get situated, we finally get into the first rounds. First rounds go okay, go smooth. I faced Castira, of course, and the very first card used against me was D-Shifter. I was able to last to the third round. I lost the first round. They just did too much. Second round, I went first and was able to get the full combo off. So he was excited about that. We go third round, and I was able to Scare Claw lock down his cards. But right after that, he was able to imperm me and then bounce me back. And then once I got bounced back, I got banished. And then he banished another card from my deck, and he just finished me off from there. If the guy that played me in the first round sees this, GG's, great round. That's Yu-Gi-Oh. So round one ends, and all of a sudden round two's get posted on the online website. Scan a QR code on the wall, and you get paired up with your next opponent. I sit down with my opponent at table 152, and another guy comes up. I'm table 152. Now we got 3 phones on the table, all 152, and we're wondering what's happening. Konami starts having an online meltdown, a freeze in the system. Something happened. All the pairings got distorted, reshuffled, mixed up twice, and then they called it. It is now, we got there at 8 o'clock. It is now like 11:30, and they're having technical difficulties going into the next round. We wait 15 minutes for them to try to fix it. They decide, nope, we're going to go on a 30-minute lunch break. Everybody come back at 12:45. Now, like, I get that you have to take a time break. They used our lunch break way too early. It was literally the first round. We went for 30 minutes and came back, and did 7 more rounds back to back to back to back, nonstop. My brain was turning into mush by round 4. We're not gonna. We could talk about all the rounds. This next round we're gonna talk about, guys. I'm sorry, I'm ranting. Like, I'm not gonna try to make this video too long, but to the guy who played me in the second round, bro, I'm not gonna say your name. I have your name and shit. Like, I could put your name on blast and say some shit, but I'm not trying to be mean. Like, I hope you understand I was being as cordial as I could. Some people get upset when they lose. I could tell. No hard feelings. I will literally never see you again. And if I do see you, no hard feelings. Like, that's the game. Hope you understand that I'm playing it properly. You need to play it properly. And together we can just play the game. But let's start talking about what's happening. So I'm round 2. Everybody's upset. Everybody comes back. They're trying to figure out pairings, and I get paired up against a tier element player. So immediately in the first round, I lost every dice roll except for one. Like, they picked every single time. I can't remember exactly if the first turn I went first or if he let me go first. But I was able to get my full combo off. I'm just going to put what's on the field, what was there. Okay. So I'm sitting here trying to. First off, he already said he's seen this deck before. He's seen the 6 Sams. He understands what this deck does. And if he needs to read the cards, he'll just ask me if I could read them. That's perfectly fine. That's legal. That's how we play. Oh my God, what am I looking for? Oh. I go and I do my infinite loop. Right? You do it like this, or you do it like that. I do my infinite loop. And when I declared to him I was doing my infinite, this is the actual rules that the judge has told me, okay? I only have to go through the process of showing how I do the loop once, which is activate Mizuho, pop Shinai, tribute Shinai, then pop Mizuho, then Shinai's effect, engrave, brings back Mizuho to hand. I use gateway to bring back Shinai, special summon, rinse, wash, repeat. Like, this combo was verified through the judge. And he, like, not he, but like, as I'm playing, I'm trying to just tell him that it's going to take a long time to watch me put all of these dice on the board. If you would like to avoid this, we could just say infinite dice on these, and we could just carry on with the combo. It's not going to matter if you lose 100,000 or 10,000 attack power on this, because that's no monster in the game has base that attack power. So, same thing with this. Like, I have like 56 dice or something like that in here. I don't remember the exact number. There's a bigger one over there. But this infinite is verified. Like, I'm not doing anything illegal. Like, all I'm trying to do is tell you, hey, if you don't want me to use every single dice on these cards, then we could just say infinite and we'll carry on. Well, he wanted to make it a big deal and wanted to sit there and have me use all the dice. So I did that. That killed almost our entire duel. We had a extension to the duel, but even when we got into the last 3 minutes, we're in the round 3, and I was able to get a little bit of life point advantage. He wasn't able to get the last 2,300 off, 2,300 healed that I did damage to him for. So I won the match just straight up to time, and I start putting away my cards. Well, as I'm putting away my cards, he continues to talk. At this point, anybody who's watching, we had 3 judges watching almost the entire duel. And I'm sitting there trying to be as nice as I can. I'm biting my tongue, guys. Trust me, I was so upset with the way he was talking to me. Like, I play this deck every year. I get this type of complaint every time I play this deck against people that are losing. Like, I get it. It's the 6 Samurais. Like, who wants to lose to the 6 Samurais, guys? Like, especially in the metas that we're in now. Like, I don't see why you have to be so bitter when it comes to a loss. Like, humble yourself, guy. Like, next time, if we do ever face each other, I hope you have a different attitude, because I'm going to be coming with, like, 4 times this amount, guys. Like, if y'all want to fucking try to send me one of these or a pack of dice, like, let me know. I'll send you an address you guys can send it to. I have a P.O. box you guys can fucking hit up with just sending me dice on this endeavor of proving that infinite could be shown in dice. That was the biggest complaint. Like, he wants me to show the thing, and, like, if you really want to sit there and watch it, I'll show you it, man. Like, I have no problem with that. Like, I'm just trying to be nice and let you play the game and have more time so you could beat me. How sad is that? I'm almost apologizing for beating this guy, and that's upsetting, like, to me as a duelist. Like, I shouldn't have to feel like that. But, you know, the rest of the night, everybody else after that was nice, cordial, respectful. I faced a branded player after that. I beat him. It was great because Scareclaw Tryhard was able to keep up and stop everything. I had just played I just played Cash, so I know that Tryhard was actually going to do some work. The Rika, I lost in the 4th round to Rika Therion. I just kept getting negated, guys. Like, there's nothing I could do. Like, once they start seeing what I'm running, they get me. It's okay. Like, I get it. Like, it's hit or miss. Kashtira got me in the 5th round, but I wasn't losing in 2-0 losses up until I got up against Fairy Lockdown, which like Agents, Archlord Christia, and Hyperion. They just shut me out. There was nothing I could do. Like, he stopped every summon I was doing beforehand and was popping things with Hyperion. We went into my last round that I was actually a part of, because my 8th round was a bye. Round 7, I faced Branded again, and it was just a good back and forth round. Like, I was able to get a large combo off in the 2nd round, win the 2nd round. We go to round 3, and he took the win, and it was really close. And like, thank you guys for, like, dueling respectfully against me. Like, you guys, everybody else the rest of the night was perfect, but that one guy ruined the day. Apart from the actual Konami themselves being slightly rude, or one single judge being slightly rude, and them putting a round loss just because you're last in line. Like, makes no sense. Gotta say, that's one of the worst regionals I've been to. But everybody else that was there that was dueling against me, you guys made it worth my time. I just want to say thank you, guys. Anybody who's made it this far in the video, maybe consider subscribing, leave a comment, talk about how the 6 Sams are irrelevant in this meta, but somehow still beating all the top tier decks. It's kind of funny. If I didn't really say it properly, my score was 3 wins, 5 losses. I gave my last round to whoever was my last opponent. It was a bye win. But yeah, thank you guys. See you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe.